How's it going, guys? It is DMG here, and today we are going to be doing another episode of Rate My Squad. Now, real quick, right before we get into this, I need to mention real quick that my budget for the entire club and for whatever team you guys want me to build is around 250 to 270k. That is the budget for any team that I can really build. So if you guys give me any squad suggestions that are over that, I probably won't be able to build them. And that's actually my fault for not specifying that. So if you guys have given me any squads like that, I can't use them, and again, that is my fault and that's my bad. But if you do give me a squad that does look cool and it is under 250k, I will most likely build it. And we're going to start off the second episode with this team right here, another sweet hybrid. It's got actually 3 leagues in it. It's got Ligue 1, it's got the Russian League, and then it has got the Serie A League. So, and just like in the last Rate My Squad, there are 3 special cards again: an Inform Shatov, second Inform Hamshik, and second Inform Trap. Now, originally, the person who sent me this squad did have second Inform Gulam and then regular Hamshik. However, I prefer second Inform Hamshik and then regular Gulam, mainly because I don't really see that big of a difference between a second Inform left or right back and then the regular card. I feel like there's a bigger difference between a regular midfielder card and then their second Inform rather than the, regular left or right back and their second Inform. And the price for these 2 players is actually going to be around the same, at least compared to second Inform Hamshik and second Inform Gulam. Second Inform Hamshik is 17,500 coins, which is insane considering he plays in a good league and it's a sick card. So this is the full team. We got second Inform Trap in goal. We got Smolikov right back. We got Thiago Silva and David Luiz at the center back. We have Gulam at left back. Second Inform Hamshik at left center mid. We have Nainggolan at center mid. And then we have Witsel at right center mid. And then for the attackers, we have Inform Shatov at right forward, Gervinho at left forward, and then OP Doumbia at striker. So players I am expecting to do well, at least hopefully do well, we're going to be second Inform Hamshik. I have used his Inform before, especially in foot drafts, and it has been fantastic. So hopefully it will do well. He will do well in that spot. And then of course Doumbia at striker. You guys know how good this guy can be. You can see here, I didn't actually have to buy him because I already had this Doumbia in my squad. 57 or 51 games played, 58 goals, 23 assists, which is just insane. So I know he can do well if he's given the opportunity to do well. Now finally, the other player that I really hope can do well is Inform Shatov. I did have his regular card in my starter team and he didn't do too bad, but hopefully this Inform can kick it up a notch. Now some of the players I'm worried about are actually my 2 center backs. Now, as good as Thiago Silva is, he has high work rates and he's only 6 foot, so that kind of worries me. And then for the other center back, David Luiz, who is 6'2", which is fine, but he has high medium work rates. So that was what really worries me, is just basically the defense. I know Gulam is good, and the right back I've actually used a few times, and he's not bad, but the 2 center backs really kind of, I feel like it's going to be a little shaky. So hopefully defensively, we'll do pretty well. So now that we are done previewing the squad, let's get into a game and see how this team can do. So we're going into the game, and he has got a pretty decent Liga BBVA side. He's got regular Neymar, the original first day Neymar. He's got Varane in the back, who's incredibly good. Ter Stegen, who can usually be really good, at least when I play him. So hopefully Hamshik, Doumbia, and then Shatov can actually get some goals in. Hopefully those 3 guys can do well. Okay, my players just feel so slow. For real. Why is Doumbia getting back? That's good and bad. Okay, one more. Nainggolan. Hold him off. Hold him off! Yes, Nainggolan. There we go. Now, the good thing about this midfield in this team is that they can all attack fairly well. Actually, they all can attack extremely well. And then Nainggolan with his high work rates can actually get back too. Okay. Okay. Smolikov, come on now. There you go. Oh god. Okay, now we're good. We should be good. Yes, Thiago Silva. Where is my right back? Exactly. Good run, Doumbia. Oh, great pass too! Let's go. Great run. I was wondering where Gervinho was. He actually filled it. He is not going to really quit. You have got to be kidding me. So after that game, we have Gervinho, Nainggolan, who both scored, and then Doumbia and Gervinho, who provided the assist. So Gervinho got man of the match because he was involved in both goals. So now, instead of just playing one game, we have to go play another because that was incredibly short. Alright, so now we're going into hopefully what is going to finish with a real game. And he has got another hybrid team. This guy's got a hybrid team with Team of Season something. No idea who that Team of Season card is. Good defense. It's actually a sweet hybrid, to be fair. That's a really sweet hybrid. Huh? Oh, that's a hunt. Sure. Oh, what a pass! Oh my god, freaking Petr Cech. Nainggolan. This is it! If it was with his, strong foot, because he could have shot it with his strong foot, and he's like, no. Great find! Let's go! Beautiful! Gervinho's positioning has been amazing, because in that first game, Doumbia went out wide, and Gervinho filled his spot extremely well. In fact, he's the one who scored that as well. Same here. Gervinho made space. Beautiful. And weak foot finish as well. Top of the box. Great ball. Ah, I should have just volleyed that. What am I doing? Doumbia just wins so many headers. He's 5'10". I don't understand how he wins those headers. So the first third of the first half, like the first 15 minutes, he was doing extremely well. And then after that, I just dominated. I just completely dominated. Hopefully, we continue this. Okay, that makes sense. Glad that happened. Great Nainggolan. Great Witsel. Doumbia, that's a goal, surely. Yes. One more. One more! Yes! There we go, Doumbia. He made up for it. He made up for that horrendous miss by putting it past one of the most OP keepers with his weak foot. Let's go. Thiago Silva has been absolutely amazing. Gulam. Okay, that just brought us something good. Gulam is actually one of the best headers, like one of the biggest aerial threats on a corner. He had it in a foot draft, he headed home like 3 headers on corners in one foot draft, which just never happens. Like, you don't score from corners very often, if ever. He headed home 3 in one foot draft. Okay, no, come on. Come on. Come on, keep the clean sheet! Oh, rip. Rip. God damn it. Yeah, we kind of get countered fairly easily. One more. Now, who I want to pass to? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Let's go. Let's go. Oh, that was just beautiful. That was fantastic. Yeah, and that scoreline is what it really should be. Beautiful beautiful finish right between 2 people as well, and the goalie. And that is the end of the game. And that went very well. That actually went really well. Very happy with how that went. Doumbia with man of the match with 2 goals. Gervinho with another goal. Then Hamsik, Nainggolan, Shatov, all with a goal, all with an assist. Yeah, he had 2 shots, both at the very end, and one of them was his goal, and the other was like the long shot that got blocked. Complete domination, 85% pass accuracy, 20% attacking possession, 59 possession overall. Just a solid game overall. So now that the game is over, I'm going to be reviewing the squad. Now, the price for the squad is around 70k. I think the absolute precise price of this team was around 69,800 coins, I think, something like that. And obviously the most expensive being the informs. And then after that, it's Thiago Silva. And then after that, it's just kind of like the 1,000, 2,000 coin players that you can almost always get. So price-wise, it's actually a very good team for the players that you can get. And again, like I said earlier, it's similar to the first team I reviewed because there's 3 special cards, but it's actually cheaper because instead of Team of Seasons, they're informs instead. So now I'm going to be reviewing the players. Gervinho at left forward, he was actually pretty good. His positioning was what I was really shocked by. I was not expecting him to actually do that well. And I actually thought I wasn't going to be like that good with him, mainly because he doesn't have 4-star skills. But he turned out to be extremely good. His dribbling was pretty good, but his positioning and shooting and finishing was what I thought stood out. It was fantastic. Doumbia, one of the best strikers I've used in FIFA 16. Fantastic stuff from him once again. I would just highly recommend him as a striker overall. He's just fantastic. Right forward, Shatov. Now, his first touch, not great. He reminded me of the left forward Suarez from the first team that I reviewed, Dennis Suarez, team of the season. Similar to that, except he has more of an attacking, goal-scoring presence. I mean, first touch, they're similar, which is kind of disappointing, I'll be honest. But their shooting, their pace, and 4-star skills is fantastic. His passing was also actually pretty good. He only had one really bad pass that actually stood out, and that was like the one pass that he misplaced. Now on to the midfield, and I think this is one of my favorite midfield trios that I've ever used, mainly because it's so versatile. You have Hamšík, who can get forward, plus I think he's 6 foot. He is 6 foot. He is an attacking mid originally, so he can obviously attack. 62 defending, not horrible. Not horrible. Plus he can obviously win headers since he is 6 foot. Nainggolan, extremely versatile. You can see there his lowest stat on his card is 78 shooting, which is insane. High work rates, he can get forward, he can also get back. And then Witsel, who is also extremely versatile. You can see there 74 defending, 74 shooting. He can get forward, he can get back. Overall, I think this midfield is one of the best I've ever used, just because it's so versatile. And it's also fairly big. Witsel is 6'1", Hamšík 6 foot. Nainggolan 5'9", which is kind of the only short person in the midfield, but he makes up for it for being the most versatile player in that midfield, having some of the best attacking and defending stats in that midfield. Gulam, left back, his positioning wasn't great, but actually I usually see that for any left or right back, especially when you don't do the instructions, which I did not do in this case. But the thing I noticed for him, and actually the entire defense, is that they're all very physical. They can knock pretty much any player off the ball, which was extremely nice to have for pretty much any defender you want. David Luiz and Thiago Silva now, these were the two guys which I had problems with, or I thought I would have problems with, and those were the two guys who I mentioned before the games. I said, I think I might have a problem with these two guys. They turned out to be fantastic, especially Thiago Silva. He was absolutely fantastic. He would make great interceptions. He would actually be pretty aggressive, and he would knock players off the ball pretty often actually. And then David Luiz, who is extremely aggressive, more aggressive than Thiago Silva. And if David Luiz happened to miss it, which wasn't often, but if he did happen to miss an interception, then Thiago Silva would just be there. So the center back duo of Thiago Silva and David Luiz, which was just fantastic. And then finally for the right back, Smolnikov. He turned out to be pretty good. His physicality again was extremely good. It says only 72 physical, but it felt more than that. I mean, he was just knocking players off the ball every single chance he got. And this is actually a day 1 card, so he does technically get that boost. He's not prone to the chemistry glitch at all, so he might actually have that physical boost. And then finally in goal, we have Trapp, who he didn't really make a lot of saves just because there weren't a lot of shots going at him. That was pretty much the only thing I saw, but whenever he did get the ball, he could have a long throw on it, which pretty much I really want in any goalie. Long throws, if you haven't used a goalie with a long throw, or if you don't use a goalie with a long throw consistently, get one, find one, and just use him all the time, because it is fantastic, and thankfully, that's what Trapp has. So now we're going to be talking about the downsides, and one downside that I notice is the fact that it's not fitness glitch. You have Gulam, Tablui, you have actually pretty much everyone except the informs. Everyone except the informs are not going to be fitness glitch. They will need fitness. So obviously Trapp, Hamšík, and Shatov will not need it, but everyone else will. But besides that, I think that's one of the only few downsides of this team. Maybe another one would be the fact that your 2 center backs go up for corners, which isn't necessarily bad, but I remember in the last game I played, I was on defensive because it was 2-1, and David Luiz was in the box, and I don't want him in the box, I want him defending, and I was on defensive when that happened, and I'm assuming that's because of the high medium work rates, and same thing for Thiago Silva, because of that high attacking work rate, he will be in the box for corners, maybe when you're defending, or maybe when you're on defensive. I don't think I noticed him in there. I don't know if he was, but David Luiz I did see in there, which can be a problem if you are holding a slight lead. I would recommend this team. It was an extremely good team, and mainly, again, because of the midfield is extremely versatile. I absolutely loved using the midfield, and again, highly recommend it. It's one of the best teams I've used in a while, actually. So that is going to be it. And if you guys have any squads you want me to review, make sure they're actually cool looking. Again, I don't really want like just a full gold team with like Torre and Checa and things like that. I don't really want one of those standard teams to review because it's not really as interesting. This one is actually somewhat interesting because it has lowly rated players, some high rated players, some informs, and it's a hybrid. That's why I chose it. And also, if you are going to give me a squad, make sure it's under that 250k budget. But that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DMG. Peace. Okay, he still has it. Okay. And should be a goal. Thank you. Oh my, again off the post. Again off the post.